Aloha. Here's our daily COVID-19 briefing from Team Kauai for Saturday, March 28th. The situation is dynamic. This is being taped at 11 a.m. We have had a total of 11 confirmed cases as of this taping. This is 6 more than we announced during yesterday's video update. There are more under investigation. One of those cases is a visitor who was on Kauai from March 20th to March 24th and fell ill during that time. This person was tested on March 24th, shortly before departing to return home to New York. All the remaining confirmed cases involve residents who acquired the virus during travel, several during visits to Las Vegas in the second week of March. They remain in isolation at home at this time. The State Department of Health is investigating other possible cases and is working to identify at-risk contacts and advise of their exposure, including the need for quarantine. The Center for Disease Control will be managing any potential exposures during airline travel. To view the total number of positive cases across the state, please visit hawaiicovid19.com. The daily count on this site is updated at noon every day. The increasing number of confirmed cases on Kauai serves as a reminder that whether or not we choose to acknowledge it, this virus is among us. It is a matter of our own self-discipline to control it. So far, all our cases, whether resident or visitor, involve exposure elsewhere and travel to Kauai. We're now the only county without community transmission of the disease. But that could change. This disease did not move itself, we move it. Despite our tireless effort to protect this island and her people, if we can't all practice self-discipline and govern our own behavior, our actions may further compromise our mission and unnecessarily put innocent people in harm's way. This is a problem government cannot solve by itself. If we can just stop moving for a short period of time, we can get a good assessment of its impact thus far and keep it from spreading. We need to be looking at this from a perspective of how does my work support the fight against COVID-19 versus am I exempt? This virus does not discriminate based on employment. Please remember, it won't take much for our healthcare system here on Kauai to become overwhelmed, so let's all do our part to keep one another safe. To add to our island's troubles, last night we had a severe flash flooding emergency which continues as I am speaking. There have been flooded roads, flooded homes, and flooded businesses around the island, mostly on the north and east sides. Please continue to stay informed on our digital platforms for the latest information. Also, there's a lot of standing water around town. Parents, please make sure your keiki are not playing in it, as runoff contains lots of bacteria or may be fast moving and could be a drowning hazard. Our first responders assisted numerous Lower Wailua residents in evacuating their flooded homes. Cars were entirely underwater in some areas and police were closing some roads due to high water. Please stay safe. This flooding event is continuing. It will be difficult to maintain social distance during the flooding response, but please do everything you can to remain aware of the COVID-19 emergency and don't help the virus spread between our residents. Now that we've gotten through the bad news, I'd like to share some good news. Last week, we announced the Kupuna Care of Farmer Fair program with the help of the Office of Economic Development, the Agency on Elderly Affairs, the Hawaii Food Bank, and Malama Kauai. We were able to acquire produce from our county sunshine markets and distribute it to kupuna in our community. I'd like to report that through this program, over 3,700 pounds of produce from our sunshine market vendors were distributed to over 300 kupuna. And as of Friday, we now have 1,056 kupuna enrolled in the program who will now receive fresh vegetables and produce. Mahalo to all involved. Another program we discussed last week was our partnership with Mark Perriello and the Kauai Chamber of Commerce to make it easier for residents to locate restaurants, grocery and convenience stores, and nonprofit food providers that are offering takeout, delivery, and drive-through service. I'm happy to say that the site has been launched, and here to explain is the guy who created it, Mr. Alan Clinton, a GIS analyst with the County of Kauai's Emergency Management Agency.
Thank you, Mayor. Now, as the Mayor just mentioned, the County of Kauai has partnered with the Kauai Chamber of Commerce to quickly pull together a web map application indicating the locations as well as the modified hours of operation and services of Kauai food providers during this pandemic. This is one of the many resources we hope you take advantage of to help adhere to the curfew and social distancing practices while still supporting our local businesses. We encourage you to explore the map and select the food provider locations to learn more information about their current services such as pickup, delivery, or drive-through, as well as their modified hours of operation and menus. Now, as of this morning, the application has experienced several thousand page requests, and Facebook metrics indicate that the application has reached tens of thousands of people. Today we have close to 100 restaurants, grocery and convenience stores, and nonprofit food providers already signed up, and we are continuing to encourage food provider businesses and organizations to fill out the registration survey so that we can help encourage Kauai residents to patron your businesses during these trying times. We understand that not every business owner uses Facebook or frequents online resources, so we encourage you all to reach out to Kapuna and all others who may not be getting this message and help them complete the registration survey for their respective business or organization. The web mapping application and the business registration survey will be shared alongside this briefing, and it will also be found at the new Kauai Chamber of Commerce website, www.covid19kauai.com. Aloha and take care. Thanks again, Mayor.
Mahalo, Alan, and mahalo to the dedicated team at the Kauai Chamber of Commerce. Again, if you'd like to learn more, go to the Chamber's newly launched website at www.covid19kauai.com. Please help us to spread the word about this new tool with your favorite local restaurants and your family and friends. The more we can help spread the word, the more businesses we can bring to these local establishments who need our help. Lastly, today, I want to repeat what I said in the beginning of today's video. Despite our tireless effort to protect this island and her people, if we can't all practice self-discipline and govern our own behavior, our actions may further compromise our mission and unnecessarily put innocent people in harm's way. This is a problem government cannot solve on itself. That means staying home as much as possible. Refrain from social gatherings or public outings. If you must interact with people outside of your home, keep a distance of 6 feet of separation. Do not leave home if you're sick unless you are seeking medical attention, and then only after calling your doctor first. Wash your hands frequently and clean surfaces often. We're going to get through this, Kauai. Stay informed and connected during this time of social distancing. We'll continue to post updates on our official County of Kauai Facebook page or on our Kauai Emergency Management Agency page at www.kauai.gov/COVID-19. The Center for Disease Control is also updating its website regularly with detailed guidance related to COVID-19. For more information, please visit coronavirus.gov. Not everyone has internet access or follows the news, so please help to keep your loved ones informed. And last but not least, be kind. We can do this, Kauai. Take care of one another. God bless and aloha.